great idea to turn it into an escape room style puzzle box. The case has two opening doors, one at the back and one at the front. What I've done so far is to fit a lock in the side here, and I've also taken out the glass front. As I said, I've fitted a lock to the case already, which opens with a key. You can actually take that off. Put it to one side. That's a simple job. So somewhere I've got to hide this. So I was looking for somewhere to hide it on the clock itself, and fortunately this comes off. So I'm thinking of putting a slot and just hiding it in there and then fitting that back on there. I've also made this simple box from 3mm ply, and it's just glued together, there's no pins in it. And this will fit in here. One thing you may have noticed is this square hole cut in the front of the clock case, and that's for coin release. I've got this old half crown, an old British coin, and I'd like to have this as part of the clue. I've made this wedge of oak which goes in the slot. As you can see, there's a square slot being cut in the base of the box, and this chute will fit over that, but so that the coin doesn't just slide out straight away, fitted a piece of wood on a pivot, and it pivots on that, and a slot cut out of this. So that when the coin is placed in the chute, it isn't released until this piece of wood is moved. Here a slot is being ground out to hide the key. And once the key fits, the top part of the clock is replaced. Not sure what the top part of the clock's called, perhaps somebody could let me know. The clasps are screwed in position and the lock's fitted. This is a small spring housing just to keep the coin release mechanism in position. The coin is actually released by a small brass pin attached to the front door of the clock case, and it releases when the door is closed. The hour hand has been soldered to a brass tube and fitted into the clock case, and the minute hand is soldered to a brass rod which fits inside the other tube, or soldered if you live in the States. I tried to make the puzzle one I'd enjoy solving, and I like messages in bottles, so I wanted to include one as part of a clue. I adapted the side of the drawer so it couldn't be pulled all the way out. This is the housing for the drawer, and it includes a strong magnet to hold the drawer in place. There is of course another magnet stuck to the drawer, just make sure you get the polarities right. Here you can see the magnet glued to the end of the box and also the screw thread insert at the front of the box. To extract the box, the puzzle solver will have to remove the finial from the top of the clock and place it in the screw thread insert and pull it out. The drawer housing is then screwed into position. The little brass finial was bought off eBay and I fitted a screw thread insert into the top of the clock, unfortunately not very centrally, and the puzzle solver has to work out that this can be removed and used as a tool in solving the puzzle. I fitted a backing plate made of 4mm ply to support the clock hand mechanism and left a square cutout to install the coin in the chute. Here there are two holes, one for the clock hands and one for a solenoid to activate the first part of the coin release. The tube and the rod for the hour and the minute hand are both soldered to thin brass plates. Each plate has a small strong magnet glued to it. These will activate reed switches. I've also wound tape around the brass rod to give it a snug fit inside the tube. This is the solenoid. Again, thin brass plate has been used to secure the solenoid to a block of wood. The solenoid is screwed into position. The coin is released in two stages. The coin is placed in the chute and comes to rest on the solenoid. When the clock hands are set correctly, the solenoid is activated and the coin is released to the next stage. Here you can see the reed switches being switched, which completes the circuit, and the solenoid is activated. Here I've made a subframe which sits inside the inner box. There are slots for drawer runners, for drawer release mechanisms, and blocks to house the hammer which sounds the chime. That's the end of part 1 of this video. I hope you'll return to watch part 2. Thanks, see you soon.